Dear students, let's start Finance Act 2025 for the course Taxation. First of all, I am Abil Ahmed, CEO and Principal of Abil School of Accountancy, your mentor, your lecturer in the course Taxation. This Finance Act 2025 is basically valid for 4 attempts. This Finance Act is valid for the attempt of June 2026, September 26, December 26, and March 2027. Okay, so these are the attempts for which this Finance Act is valid. My lifetime achievement is 99 marks. One of my students, she took 99 marks, and this is my lifetime achievement in taxation. Okay. Let us quickly see the paper pattern and then how we will study each and everything we are going to discuss. Paper pattern is very simple. Your taxation paper is having 3 sections, A, B, and C. Section A, you will have 15 OTQs, simply multiple choice questions, each 2 marks. Total 30 marks. For section A, you have to have a grip on the entire syllabus. Question can appear from any part of the syllabus. Section B, there will be 3 questions, 10 marks each, total 30 marks. But in section B, basically what happens, examiner will give you a small scenario. On that small scenario, which one small scenario relates to one question, on that small scenario, examiner will set 5 multiple choice questions. So basically in section B, you can also say that you will have multiple choice question, but this time in section B, your all 5 multiple choice question, they will depend on a particular scenario. So there will be scenario 1. On that scenario, there will be 5 multiple choice questions. Then another question, another scenario, and again 5 multiple choice questions. And similarly, question number 3, a small scenario. Again, on that small scenario, there will be 5 multiple choice questions. Again, in section B, question can appear from any area of your syllabus. Section C consists of 40 marks, one 10 marks question, and this 10 marks question again can appear from any part of the syllabus, and there will be 2 15 marks questions, but it is categorically mentioned by the examination team. One question will be on income tax calculation, that is income tax for individual, and another is question will be on corporation tax. Altogether, section C will have 40 marks. When it comes to section C, in section C, all the numerical part you will have to solve on a spreadsheet Excel, and all the discussion part you will have to do it on MS Word. And don't worry at all, if you do not have any previous experience of Excel, it hardly takes, I would say, even not an hour, less than that. You will become, I would say, proficient in that area, that skill which you need for taxation. It's very simple. Hardly you need how to apply a sum formula, how to use the option of drag, copy, paste, that's it. But I will teach you each and everything. You should be relaxed. Even it is your first paper in the skill level, you don't worry at all. Each and everything you will be getting. Plus one more thing, I always teach from zero. I never assume that students, they carry any previous knowledge. So don't worry at all. This is your entire 100 marks question paper, section A, B, and C. Now, the taxation paper pattern I've just discussed with you. The entire taxation, I would say, syllabus, we divide in 6 main heads, 6 main areas. One is taxation for individuals. We'll see that inshallah first. Then capital gain tax, inheritance tax, Value added tax, in some of the countries, we say VAT as sales tax. Corporation tax, and finally, we will be discussing self-assessment for individuals and corporations. So basically, there are six main heads in which we can divide the entire syllabus of taxation. Okay, and this is the sequence which we are going to actually follow. One more thing, when you will be, of course, studying at Abil School of Accountancy, you will be getting the focus notes as well. In focus notes, you will see that within just, I would say, approximately within 70 pages, we will cover the entire taxation, each and everything. And once you go through those 70 pages, there's no need to go for the entire, there's no need to go through the entire book. Whatever the kit which I recommend, and we will follow in entire throughout our entire syllabus. The kit which I recommend is Kaplan, and obviously from Finance Act 2025. Okay, now before let me just in today's class we'll be discussing a few basic, I would say, computation of income tax calculation. But before we start how to calculate basic income tax, everything, just few more things. The entire taxation course, on the basis of my previous experience, the entire taxation course with each and everything gets completed just within 50 hours. You heard it right, 50 only. And within this 50 hours, you will have the entire course along with the practice as well. So by just spending 50 hours on taxation, you can easily pass the entire paper. So another point, on average, one lecture will approximately, it will be 40 minutes long on average, not more than that. Which means that if you are watching my lectures with a little bit increased speed, very easily, I would say very easily, you can bring down one lecture from 40 minutes to very easily to 30 minutes. Plus, WhatsApp support obviously is available to all enrolled students. And in WhatsApp support, I'm going to personally reply to all the queries. When I say all the queries, it means all the queries. And a good thing is, normally the response time of the query is just within 3 to 5 minutes, and which we claim is the fastest in the entire world. Plus, the day you are going to join us, you will be getting the study planner as well. All you need is just follow the study planner. Okay, now let's discuss few basic things. First of all, if someone asks you that what is tax, what is the meaning of tax, the answer is pretty simple. Tax is just a source of revenue, not for you, not for me, source of revenue for the government. Now the question is, why government charges tax? It's a good question. Actually, the whole objective of taxation is it's a source of revenue for the government. And what government does, government collects tax, let's say, from wealthy people, and then the government start spending for the betterment of the entire country, for their people. So the entire objective is to charge tax to the wealthy people, and then obviously the government is going to spend that money for the betterment of their country, for the betterment of their people. Now, next question. The question is, in UK, does every individual is going to pay tax? The answer is no. You will have, there are number of people, there might be number of people in UK, they're not earning good amount of money. So government is not asking them to pay tax. The question is, how do I know someone is earning a good amount of money or not? So there is an answer for that. In UK, only those individuals are required to pay tax if their earning is more than 12,570. Now, what is this 12,570? We called it personal allowance. This is personal allowance. Interestingly, this personal allowance is same in Finance Act 2025 as it was in 24 also. So only those individuals in UK, they are required to pay income tax if their earning is more than personal allowance, and the personal allowance is 12,570. Okay, another a basic concept in UK, individuals they pay tax according to the tax year. In UK, individual they pay tax according to tax year. Another name for the tax year is fiscal year. Repeat, in UK, individuals they pay tax according to the tax year, according to the fiscal year. Now the question is, when does tax year start and when it is going to end? Answer, actually tax year starts from 6th April, then ends on next 5th April. For example, if a tax year starts from 6th April 2024, it's going to end on 5th April 2025. And how do we write? Very simple, 2024-25. Another example could be 6th April 2025. Then it's going to end on 5th April 2026. And how will you write? Simply 2025-26. So a very basic concept. Tax year, another name is fiscal year, starts from 6th April, ends on next following 5th April. Okay. Now let's go ahead. Again, the same question. Any individual in UK having earnings either equal to personal allowance, the limit of personal allowance is 12,570, equal to personal allowance or less than that, is not required to pay tax. Okay. Now, in today's class, just the first class, we're just doing little bit basic income. We'll be learning basic income tax calculation. Then slowly and gradually, obviously, you will see each source of income of individual we will be covering separately. But right now, just few basic area I want to highlight in the first class. Only those individuals are required to pay income tax if their earning is more than 12,570. Okay. We are starting from individuals. How do an individual is going to pay tax according to the tax year, fiscal year, having earnings more than 12,570. Okay. When it comes to individual, what are the possible source of income for an individual? Possible source of income. One possible source of income is non-saving incomes. Another possible source of income is saving income. Saving income is simply means interest income. Saving income simply means interest income. And third possibility is dividend income. Repeat. What are the possible sources of income for an individual? Number one, it could be individual can earn from non-saving. Individual might be having non-saving incomes. There's a possibility of having saving income as well as dividend income. You can say that any income other than interest income and dividend income is non-saving income. But still, let me give you a few examples for the non-saving incomes. For example, employment income, Obviously, employment income is not a saving income, it's not a dividend income. So it falls under the category of non-saving income. Property income simply means rental income. Another example of non-saving income. Trading income. Another example of non-saving. If you are a partner in a partnership firm getting a share of trading profit, that is also an example of non-saving income. Even the pension income is considered as your non-saving income. Because I have already given you the concept, saving income simply means interest income. And dividend income, we know that is the dividend income. So any income which is not saving income, which is not dividend income, obviously then it is for you non-saving income. Okay. First of all, in today's class, we'll be learning how to apply income tax rates on non-saving incomes. I've given you the examples of the non-saving income, for example, employment income, property income, trading income. If you are a partner in a partnership firm, the share of trading profit which you are getting from a partnership is another example of non-saving income. Even the pension income is your non-saving income. Okay. Assuming there was one individual, the name is Mr. Y. I'm just assuming having employment income, let's say 40,000 pound. And the requirement is income tax liability. We know that employment income is a non-saving income. And simply examiner is asking you to calculate income tax liability. Simply how much income tax Mr. Y is required to pay on this 40,000 pound. The first question is, do we need to pay income tax on entire 40,000? Think. No. We are not required to pay income tax on entire 40,000. I've already given you the concept. Every individual in UK will be paying income tax if their earning is more than personal allowance. And personal allowance is 12,570, which means that even though Mr. Y is having employment income of 40,000 pound, but on entire 40, Mr. Y is not required to pay income tax. We will deduct personal allowance. Personal allowance is 12,570, which is fixed. 40,000 minus personal allowance 12,570 gives us taxable income, which is 27,430. On this taxable income, basically, taxable income, which is 27,430, on this 27,430, Mr. Y is required to pay income tax. Now, the next question is, which tax rate should I apply? And why? Why answer is your earning is more than personal allowance, and which income tax rate you need to apply? Let me show you. These are the tax rates, and these tax rates will be given to you in exam. Right now, we are on non-saving. These are the bands. Basic rate band starts from £1, ends on 37,700. Applicable rate in case of non-saving is 20%. Higher rate band starts from 37,701, ends on 1,25,140. And income tax rate is 40%. Additional rate starts from 1,25,141 and then above. Applicable income tax rate is 45%. Okay, and these tax rates, they will be given to you in exam. And don't worry, what are the tax rates? Tax rates and allowances, they will be given to you. Obviously, once you get enrolled, then you will get the entire notes, everything. So don't worry at all. Right now, I'm just telling you, it's just a first class, that these income tax rates will be given to you. So let's calculate income tax. Of course, entire 27,430 falls in basic rate band, and non-saving income within the basic rate band, applicable income tax rate is 20%. So 27,430 into 20%, I'm getting 5,486. So here comes your income tax liability. Income tax liability is 5,486. Okay, just a minute. Okay, let me just write one more question. Assuming Mr. Y this time is having employment income of £70,000 and you are required to calculate income tax liability. Very simple. Mr. Y assuming is having employment income of 70,000 and you're required to calculate income tax liability. I think within 2 minutes you can calculate. Just pause the video and try to attempt the question. Let's try together. Again, the same question. Do we need to pay income tax on entire 70? The answer is no. First, we will deduct the personal allowance, and then any income which is over and above the personal allowance, on that income we will be paying income tax. So employment income is £70,000 less personal allowance 12,570 gives us taxable income 70,000 minus 12,570. I'm getting taxable income 57,430. That's good. Taxable income is 57,000 or 430. It means we have to apply tax rates on 57,430. How to apply income tax rates? Let me show you. Now listen carefully, students. These are the income tax rates. Let me show you again. They will be given to you in exam. But a very important point is you cannot apply directly 40%. Why? Because look at this higher rate. Actually, higher rate does not start from £1. It starts from 37,701. So basically, first you have to consume basic rate band. Once you have utilized basic rate band, after that you will go for higher rate band. And once you have utilized the entire higher rate band, and after that you can go for additional rate band. So first use the basic rate band, then higher rate band, and then additional rate band. So in this question where we have to apply income tax on 57,430, we cannot apply directly 40%. First, we have to use the limit of basic rate band, which ends on 37,700, which means that 37,700 applicable income tax rate is 20%. I'm getting 7,540. Taxable income is 57,430. Out of this 57,430, we have applied tax rate on 37,700. How much is left? From 57,430, let's deduct 37,700. If we deduct 37,700 from 57,430, I am getting 19,730 into 40%. Why 40? Because basic rate band is fully utilized. Now we have to go for higher rate band. 19 in higher rate band, applicable income tax rate is 40%. 19,730 applicable rate is 40%. I'm getting 7,892. So here comes your income tax liability. 7,540 plus 7,892. Income tax liability, we are getting 15,432. So students, first you have to utilize the basic rate band. After that, you will go for higher rate band. Now, I'm just giving you one small homework, I would say. Assuming Mr. Y is having employment income of £90,000, and I'm just asking you to try to calculate income tax liability, and this small question is your homework. So if Mr. Y is having employment income of £90,000, you just need to calculate income tax liability. Okay, it's just a first class. Obviously, I don't want my first class to be very long. Let me quickly share Abil School of Accountancy admin number. So ASA admin number. This is our WhatsApp number. Those students that are outside Pakistan, for you the number is 0092 328 284 6117. Students within Pakistan 0328 284 6117. Another admin number, again, students outside Pakistan, WhatsApp number is 0092 333 3666214. Student within Pakistan 0333 3666214. So these are the admin WhatsApp number. You can contact us for more details, and you simply can enroll yourself in taxation. And let me tell you, the good thing is entire taxation just within 50 hours, including the course as well as the practice. Each lecture on average just 40 minutes, not more than that. And I've already mentioned you, the response time on the query is normally within 3 to 5 minutes. The fastest WhatsApp support in the entire world. You will be getting it once you enroll yourself at our college at Abil School of Accountancy. So simply, thank you very much for watching this video. Thanks a lot.